But yeah, I mean, everybody was committed to, the people that had the most fun were the zombies. We had people lined up around the corner, around the block, who all wanted to be zombies. There were so many zombies on the set, it was insane. I learned how to handle them pretty quickly, but I had to eat dinner with them every night. We shot in the middle of the night, so I'm looking at my son was born during this period, so I'm a new father. I'm thinking about my son, I'm thinking about just holding him, and I'm eating dinner, and I look up and there's a man with an axe in his head, or a bed spring through his eye socket. And I handled it for 3 weeks, but that last week I just kind of lost it. And I excused myself. I said, I'll see you guys later. And I had to jet from Washington, PA to Pittsburgh, and then deadhead back just to say that I had to go away and I was a normal person that came back. And of course, a guy comes up to me with a massive bullet hole wanting an autograph on his scripts. So, and Tom Savini's an amateur magician. We both share that interest, so he was constantly amusing the cast with different feats of skillful manipulation. So, and it's just good. Everybody had a good attitude. Washington, PA was incredible. The house is still standing. If everybody wants to make a trip there, it was real-time house. There's a sequence towards the end where the fire is going, and I'm trying to make a run to the gas pump and stuff. And if you notice, I slapped the wall because we used a special with napalm. And I knew if I didn't put it out, we'd have to reset for 2 hours and do it again. So that was a happy accident. I just instinctively put it out, you know, and then went on to do my thing. So the next time you watch it, look for that moment. And everybody wanted to be a zombie, man. And by the end, I joined the party. It was influential.
Prior to all your movie sets, did you have any funny moments off set or off shoot, as you might say?
All my life was a funny moment. No, you guys, so listen, I mean, I thank you for appreciating the horror stuff I've done, and in actuality, it's only maybe 35% of my total work, and that's fine, I appreciate it, because horror fans are probably the most open and the most honest fans of any spectrum, so thank you for that. But my life is, I'm a cook. I do a lot of cooking. I rescue cats. We have 2 cats right now, and we're about to adopt a dog. We're gonna have a loaded house, and I'm looking forward to that. Just started a small garden. I'm growing some tomatoes, zucchini, cucumber. Yeah, you gotta keep your hands dirty. And then play the guitar, and you know.
Yeah.
When did you get bitten by the acting bug? Like, when did you know this is what you wanted to do?
What did I do? But by the what? The acting?
The acting bug.
Oh, acting bug. High school. I knew in high school I was, you know, again, I was the only kid, so I had all my friends were my imaginary voices, and I was very good playing like board games, you know, Monopoly and slot car racing, all by myself. I won every time. And I was in high school and I had a growth spurt, and my voice used to be really, really high, and I grew like a foot in between sophomore and junior, and I was useless. I was uncoordinated, couldn't walk down the hallway without tripping. All the coaches were shaking their heads, and this English teacher gave me a copy of The Tempest, Shakespeare, and I read it, and it was like a living comic book. And from that moment on, I said, wow, I can do this. These are the same characters that live in here anyway, and I can do it as a professional. And then when I saw Dwayne Jones do Night of the Living Dead, that was sealed it for me. I said, oh my God, he's carrying this movie. There's no mention of race or ethnicity. And I said, wow. And you know, that was just, everybody, the school I went to was Trinity Rep in Providence, Rhode Island. Very, very good school, won a Tony for excellence. And my class had 22 people. And myself and one other gentleman, 2 other gentlemen are the only ones that are working. I get calls from castmates who are some brilliant actors. We learned so much from each other. We fed off of each other. And they said, how did it happen? So if any of you are aspiring actors, you have to, first of all, believe in yourself, know your limitations, know what makes you happy, know how to handle rejection, and never take no for an answer. You have to be fearless, and persevere, and have a little chutzpah doesn't hurt either. So, and be in the right place at the right time. Yes.
Hi, microphone. So you were on an episode of Adam Green's Scary Sleepover
Yes.
recently, and that was a very intense episode. You shared some very personal things.
Yeah, thank
so
you.
I want to thank you for sharing your incredible story. And I was just wondering if, when he approached you about being on it, when you showed up there, were you intending to talk about the things that you discussed, or did it just happen
No,
organically?
I nailed it down to 3 things, you know. Scary Sleepover is Adam Green. It's on Aeroscope.com. You can see it, season 2. It's incredible. And when Adam asks you to come along and play, we do it for free, but we know we're gonna have a special moment. So my brother had passed away. My brother, another secret, the reason I'm so driven, I have a brother who was declared mentally insufficient at a very early age, like when he was 3. So all my life I felt it wasn't just about me, it was me doing it for both of us. And he had passed away, and Adam gave me the opportunity to honor him. And so every role I do is for Donald. Anyway, thank you.
Hello. I got here kind of late, so I'm not sure if anyone asked this, but I read on IMDb that you were stung by
Well, I'm
bees.
sorry, where are you?
Over here.
Okay.
I read on IMDb that you were stung 35 times during the Candyman movies by bees. Is that true?
It was 26 times. 26. I know every count. What is this? Wow. It's my agent. On Saturday. On a Saturday. Agents don't call you on a Saturday. I know, he wants to tell me about the deal and da-da-da. And I can care less. I just want to make sure that I do justice to Angus on this project. So.
Good shit happens on Saturday.
Yeah, it does. Well, the Patriots didn't lose on Saturday this year.
Tony,
Waited a week.
How you doing, Tony?
Hi.
Tony, could you talk a little bit about Adam Green got quite the ensemble for the Hatchet movies. You know,
Yes,
you
he
had
did.
Robert Englund, you had Kane Hodder, Danielle Harris. What was that experience like?
Well, I met Adam, he was a fan first. I met him at a convention in LA, Fangoria, 2 years before he made Hatchet. And he came up and he wanted to talk about movies. And I can talk, I'm a movie buff. My collection, my hardcore collection is intensive and massive. And we talked almost 2 hours, and then he told me, he says, I'm a filmmaker, I'm gonna make a movie, I'm gonna make a film. So just like I told you before, the perseverance part, if you believe, he made it happen. 2 years later, he raised the funds, he wrote a script that he knew would catch fire, and it did. You know, when he called me, I remembered him, but I thought, I didn't necessarily have faith that it would be more than one. You know, and I knew it was just one, and I knew I only had one scene in it. I didn't know if I wanted to play. And then Kane called me personally. He says, if you don't do it, Tony, I'm gonna kill you. Literally. So then by the time we got to Hatchet 2, he made it come true, right? So yeah, everybody was, Robert, myself, and Kane wanted to help him out, do cameos to help him, and John Beekler. To get it satisfied. And he was like a kid in a candy store on the set, but still professional.
Yeah.
And so I love him to death. I have a great repeat relationship with my directors, and for you actors and people or directors going the other way, you have to have that. It's not a competition between the ranks. It's working together to make something meaningful. So you might as well like each other. It's not brain surgery. It's fun.
Hi, Tony. So
Hi.
you have really passionate fans, and your fans especially of Candyman. Do you have that passion about a specific actor or a specific movie that you enjoy?
Yeah, I love actors. I mean, when I went to school, it was Robert De Niro. Taxi Driver was out, Raging Bull was out, and we just went. And even on a lesser note, John Cazale, who did only 5 movies, Godfather 1, 2, Dare Hunter, incredible, Dog Day Afternoon. I mean, his simplicity you look at his face and everything in his heart and soul is right there on his face, and it's not overdone, it's simple. And he's a true master, was a true master, rest in peace. John Cazale unfortunately had brain cancer, and when they worked on Deer Hunter, De Niro was the one that made sure that paid for the insurance, so that because everybody knew it was going to be his last film. And that kind of giving nature is the thing that you really look for in another actor that's willing to, it's not all about me, it's about us, you know?
Tony, over here. Hi, I didn't actually realize until we hearing all the different films how vast your filmography is. So it's just amazing all the different films I've seen you in. So obviously you're a fan of horror, I assume. Mm-hmm. Do you have an opinion of like the state of modern horror today? Like, what do you think of the kinds of films that are coming out? Thanks.
I'm not a big fan of rebooting or, you know, all that stuff. I like original stories. I think.
All right.
That's what it is. We need more scripts. So all you scribes out there, all you writers, get to work. Think, and it's not about trying to find a way to shock somebody in a way that's not been seen before. You tell a good story, it has a beginning, a middle, and an end, has compelling characters, has a twist or two, and that you love and that you want to spend the time working on it, you're in the right ballpark. So please, write. There's a great book called The First 6 Lessons. Anybody that has any kind of creative impulse, First 6 Lessons, Bo Sowski. You'll find it on Amazon. It is terrific for both actors, for directors, and for writers. First 6 Lessons.
First off, we loved you in Holliston.
Thank you.
Now, my question calls back to the other lady's question about Alcatraz.
Yeah.
The way you answered that seemed to imply that you had other ghostly experiences or anything with the supernatural?
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm an empath, you know, so all my life I've had, you know, visitations, if you will. So they're trying to talk me into doing this, and I'm trying my best. I've said no 3 times, but they're trying to convince me to host this kind of thing, a reality show. I can't even say it right, but it would be a specific reality show where we go and visit. It's not paranormal, but it's more than that. It's trying to go and visit proven places that have been affected or something strange has happened. That could be many places around the world. Right now, I don't know, there's a hotel in Oklahoma City called the Skirvin, where wherever teams come in to play the Oklahoma Thunder, they stay there. And there's been 80 documented cases of people not being able to sleep through the night. Things like bathroom doors slowing,